Welcome back. Well, our special guest this week is Chris Taylor, the new Vice President of International Television Australia and New Zealand for NBC Universal. He spoke to Mediaweek's James Manning at the launch of the new sci-fi channel in Australia, where guests included Foxtel and MCN executives and actor Grant Bowler, star of the sci-fi series Defiance.
Chris Taylor, what you're calling a launch function for sci-fi, but it's been on air for just over a month now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. While everyone was enjoying their Christmas holidays, we were busy launching a channel, and January 1 it turned over, and we're delighted to be bringing the sci-fi channel to Australian audiences.
Yeah, how's it been going? I guess you had pretty low expectations in those early days. It takes a while to get the word out there and start your marketing plans.
You're always conservative, I guess, with these things, but we always, our brand studies, demonstrated that people were very much aware of the sci-fi brand. We felt that it would do well, and it certainly exceeded our expectations to date in terms of its ratings, and the Australian audiences seem to be loving it. Yeah.
A couple of people you've got here along tonight, Grant Bowler from Defiance,
yep,
and Raylene from
Haunting Australia.
Haunting Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell me about those two programs.
Look, Defiance would have to be probably one of our tentpole programs. It's great to have Grant here tonight. We're really focusing on trying to bring audiences the latest Express and as premieres onto the Sci-Fi channel and through the Foxtel platform. Defiance and Haunting Australia, which was a world premiere, are examples of those, but there are obviously others like Warehouse 13 as well. So it's great to have someone like Grant, Australian pedigree, at least we'll claim him as Australian pedigree. He's actually from New Zealand, but it's great to have people like him here supporting the channel tonight.
Yeah. Now, you're relatively new in the job, aren't you? I mean,
I am.
You've got a good pedigree across sort of free-to-air. You've worked with a telco. You worked in New Zealand, so I can see why your CV would have been attractive, but they're going to pull on all your experience, I guess, because you're looking after both the channels and the TV distribution business.
Yeah. It's definitely new in the sense that it's the first time, I guess, a studio has pulled television distribution and the channels business together under one hat. I'm certainly enjoying the challenge. As you say, I'm only 8 or 9 weeks in, but Universal Networks specifically has just transformed since January 1, not by my doing, but by a lot of the hard work of the other executives around the business. And we now have doubled our audience portfolio with channels like the Universal channel, which is relaunched. We've now got Sci-Fi launching, E! Entertainment, 13th Street and Style. So we've got a really strong network of programs. Style's bringing a strong male demographic into the portfolio, and I'm thoroughly enjoying being part of a business that really invests in its brands and has a very proud heritage in content.
And I guess you've been careful to make sure there's not too much overlap between those 5 channels. They all offer advertisers and audiences something different. So just the Sci-Fi offer, is it basically men or...?
It's interesting. On face value, you'd think it's very male-skewed. While it is skewing male, it has a really strong contingent of female viewers as well. But I think across our offering, we have a really good cross-section now with E! and Style, which are really catering to the female audiences, Universal channel, which is, very broad now. It's a general entertainment channel with terrific product, and we're getting a good spread of demographic across that, and really friendly to the advertised demographic, 25-54. So I think that as a network of channels, we have a good spread now, and with a bit of luck, the advertisers will see the benefit in spending their dollars with us.
Yeah. Now, some of the audience, of course, used to probably watch a lot of these shows on SF, but it's not just a rebranding, it's really a new channel. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Sci-Fi brand is in 87 countries, I think, in 17 languages, so it's been around a while. It's got some terrific form. We see this as a brand new channel, certainly not as a rebrand of SF, and with the greatest respect to SF, it was a terrific channel as well. But this is Universal, NBC Universal's channel. It's curated globally, and we approach it as a completely new offering to the Australian market.
And looking after the ad sales is MCN now.
Yes.
And they look after the suite of channels.
They do.
What's the sort of ad offer? Is they're taking this out fiercely to market now, are they?
They are, and they're doing a terrific job of it. They've really outperformed on Sci-Fi so far. Advertisers have loved it. We have a terrific partnership with MCN. They're doing a great job for us, and I'm obviously acquainting myself with them more recently, but we couldn't be happier with them as a sales outfit. They've got to be, I would say, one of the most innovative media sales outfits I've seen, and I come from a sales background, so we're delighted to partner with them.
And their message to you is that they think it's going to be a good 2014. We know they've been pretty good at increasing their revenue most years. Anthony Fitzgerald seems to have done a good job in 2013. They seem pretty bullish about this year, do they?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it would be fair to say, and I'm sure he'd say this, that the ad market's been a little sluggish in the early parts of the year, and I think that's probably across the board. I think free-to-air had a lot of sport on, and I think that probably contributed to that. But we're certainly seeing an uplift towards the, Feb, March, the sort of back end of Q3 in the financial year, or Q1 for us. So I think they're reasonably confident that we're going to see, a strong year in advertising, and, as I say, we're in good hands there.
Now, there's lots of ways to watch the channel as well. You don't just click on your TV in the corner of the lounge room, do you? I think you're on Foxtel Go, Foxtel Play, and something you probably know a fair bit about, the old T-Box. Yeah, I do. We've got, I think, it's one thing bringing great content to people, which Sci-Fi certainly does offer. The other part is technology, and, for the first time, Sci-Fi is being brought to audiences in HD. Which is something that we find at NBC, to be incredibly important. The other thing is, of course, about that. Especially in this genre, I guess.
Of course,
yeah.
Absolutely.
That stuff looks pretty good.
They're a very engaged and discerning audience. So, the other thing is, of course, having an anywhere, anytime proposition, and whether it be T-Box, Foxtel Play, Foxtel Go, Foxtel by mobile, on Telstra, we're wanting to ensure that audiences can access the content anywhere, anytime.
Time for a quick break, but coming up on Media Week, all the details from the first week of the official TV ratings survey for 2014. That's next.